Let's see this. And then we're gonna wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay, Sal, hold on.
Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister." Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah,
really green.
but I'm going to reach out to Tyler." I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do." Now, let me say that before we go any further because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, "Here you go."
Oh.
We're forever grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, "Brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top," because I don't ever want nobody to think
Feel like they
me and my
gave up.
husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, "I got you," I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, "I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you." I said, "Good shit, Kevin," because we're in a deal with Endemol, and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world, right?
Correct.
And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive produce. They was like, "Oh, this is incredible," because when you put Kevin Hart name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, "We just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky." And Dave Becky said, "Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. He doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique."
So what changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, "Hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me." He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now." I said, "Wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said?" He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication." That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again. So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, "I'm like your mother. You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that." So everything that baby was saying sitting here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, "Get the anger out your heart," oh man, no one's saying he's lying. No one ever said I was lying. It's so easy to
That is true.
and devalue because of what we look like.
That is
However,
true.
when it
That
comes
is true. No one said she was lying. They just said she was mad. They didn't say she was lying. They said she was mad.
to Tyler Perry, I will not allow you to discount or devalue, because that is your voice on that audio. Remember on Good Times when Penny's mother was whooping up on her,
No.
and she had recorded it? That's you on tape. So how does it go from you saying you're going to give me an apology to now I owe you an apology?
But what do you want an apology for?
What could I possibly owe you an apology for when you've admitted? See, when Lee Daniels says to me, because Cookie from
Nah,
the show
Shannon is in the
Empire,
middle of it
I
all.
was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby.
But of course, like, he's gonna act like he's just the platform. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta take some credit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like completely unbiased. I don't know.
Baby, listen.
Hi,
Here.
Ding.
However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, "Baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with."
I don't think he picking sides. I'm just like, I just need Kevin Hart to come on at this point. Now we need Kevin Hart to come on. Or now we just need to have a whole sit down with everybody. Everything just needs to come to the table. Everything just needs to come to the table. He's neutral. Yeah, but like, at the end of the day, people are still gonna like associate him with like, just like when Cat Williams, that whole thing, everybody is just like, oh, you know, they're still gonna associate. I mean, I don't, but they're still gonna associate him with their opinions, unless there's an opposing opinion, or if there's an opinion that's, you know, yeah.
But you hear on the audio that a man told David
I'm all right,
Talbot
Ding.
I
How
was
are you?
difficult to work with. Do you see how that
Right.
cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability, because, oh, it's the great Tyler Perry. No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any relationship between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No.
When we have our juggernauts, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, these are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that our babies say, when I grow up, I
That's
want
what I
to
wanna
be
be.
that.
Yes.
I want to be
I ain't gonna
like
lie.
that. So
She's spitting.
we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen, what are you teaching our babies? You're feeding poison because you're showing them your private jet. I'm going to show you my mansion. I'm going to show you my fancy cars. But my character is shot and I'm bankrupt. I got a lot of money in my bank. It's more zeros than some of them than we can imagine. But their character, they are bankrupt. Those are bankrupt people. So everybody that Kat sat right here and told you about, I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Invite them.
I have.
They're not going to do it.
Well, look, I've already done Steve. I have a relationship with Steve.
Do him again. Do him again. And I'm going to say this.
I'm trying to get Oprah and Tyler, though.
Baby, we got him. Y'all, come on, stop playing.
They ain't coming on, Mo, thanks to you.
You know how.
I don't see
And I
Oprah
don't
on
want to
here.
put you on a spot, but I'm going to say it because I appreciate you as a black man and what you're doing.
Thank you.
If you are my friend and someone says to me, Monique, shannonsharpe wronged me, and you my friend,
Yeah.
I'm going to call my friend
You can come to me.
and I'm going to say, hey, is what they saying true? And if you get to hemming and hawing, I'm going to tell you, till you fix it, you and I can't talk. Because if you'll do them that way,
You do that.
it'll be a matter of time before you do it to me. So if Steve Harvey is your
I
friend,
know that's right. I know
you
that's
call him
right.
up and you ask him, is what our sister saying right, man? Because if it is, we
Yup.
can't do that to her. If
Yup.
that's our sister. See, it took a transgender named T.S. Madison. It was a guy named Jamaica Carter. Jamaica Carter and our mutual friend. Jamaica Carter and our friends. T.S. Madison was a mutual friend.
I don't know who
so
that is.
Jamaica called me and said, would you mind doing T.S. Madison's show? I go do T.S. Madison's show. When I tell T.S. Madison, when the camera cuts, I said, listen, your friend is wrong. She said, Monique Lee Daniels is my friend. I said, then you need to call your friend and tell him to fix this shit. She said, I will. Within a couple of days, who did I get a call from? Lee Daniels. See, that's a friend. That's a true friend that's saying, I love you so much that I want to make sure that's
Real.
not on your heart or your conscience. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. So when people ask Lee now, when we did the deliverance together, how was it to work with Monique? It was as if we had never parted ways because he fixed it. He owned it and he took accountability for it. I can't now keep you to the cross because you've owned it.
Right.
I've had to be forgiven.
Right.
So I appreciate that someone had grace and mercy with me. So I'm going to have that with other people.
Okay, but like, okay, I see what she's saying, but like, okay, say that friend does what they have to do, and then the person that the issue is with doesn't want to change. Then what, Monique? What do you do then? Then what?
Take accountability for what they've done.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe
Then
button,
what?
where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before do something.
Okay.